The Manna test, Sabbath obedience before Sinai. They say the Sabbath didn't exist until Sinai, but in Exodus 16, before a single word was engraved on stone, God put his people to the test, and that test was the Sabbath. If the Sabbath didn't exist until Exodus 20, why were the Israelites punished for breaking it 4 chapters earlier? This episode will obliterate the tradition of Sunday worship and prove, once again, God's law existed from the beginning. Scene 1. The manna, bread from heaven, a test of loyalty. Exodus 16:4, KJV. Then said the Lord, I will rain bread from heaven for you, that I may prove them, whether they will walk in my law or no. Wait. God was going to test their faithfulness to his law before the 10 Commandments were even spoken? Yes, because the law, including the Sabbath, already existed. Scene 2. The Sabbath was already holy before Sinai. Exodus 16:23, KJV. And he said unto them, This is that which the Lord hath said, Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Notice the language. Moses doesn't say, God is now creating the Sabbath. He says, This is that which the Lord hath said. The Sabbath wasn't introduced. It was reaffirmed. It was already known, already holy, already binding. Scene 3. Disobedience brought judgment before the tablets were written. Exodus 16:27-28, KJV. And it came to pass that there went out some of the people on the 7th day for to gather, and they found none. And the Lord said unto Moses, How long refuse ye to keep my commandments and my laws? Let that sink in. God is angry, not because they broke a new rule, but because they refused to obey commandments and laws they were already expected to know. Ask yourself, how could they be breaking the Sabbath before the 10 Commandments were given, unless the Sabbath already existed? Scene 4. The word remember proves it existed already. When God gives the 4th commandment in Exodus 28, he doesn't say create or start the Sabbath. He says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. You don't tell someone to remember something they've never known. The Sabbath was known, practiced, broken, and tested before Sinai. Scene 5. Why this terrifies Sunday worshippers. This destroys the lie that the Sabbath was part of a temporary Jewish covenant. If God judged Sabbath breakers before Sinai, then Sabbath breaking is not about Jewish tradition. It's about moral rebellion. And if it was a sin to break the Sabbath before the 10 Commandments were written, it is still a sin today. Malachi 3:6, KJV. For I am the Lord, I change not. Hebrews 13:8, KJV. Jesus Christ the same yesterday and today and forever. If God never changes, then his Sabbath never changed either. Scene 6. A final warning to the modern church. The church today has followed a tradition, not the truth. It honors the first day of the week, when God clearly hallowed the 7th. Isaiah 58:13-14, KJV. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, and call the Sabbath a delight, then shalt thou delight thyself in the Lord. God's favor is on those who remember what he made holy. But those who profane his day, even unknowingly, are in rebellion. If you claim to follow Jesus, yet reject the day he blessed at creation, then who are you really following?